Hey there, guys. Happy Thursday. This is Morgan Radford, correspondent for NBC News. And every single Tuesday and Thursday, we are talking to people just like you, people who are making a difference in their communities. And we put an all call out asking for stories from people that you knew who were making something positive out of this really uncertain time. And some of the people that we've talked to have come to my DMs. And one of those people is someone I want to introduce you to today who is making masks. If you've been following along, the people we've been talking to are making a difference in all kinds of different ways. So we spoke to the co-founder of Invisible Hands, and he's someone who is helping the elderly do their grocery shopping. We spoke to Chef Marcus Samuelson. He's feeding an entire community for free in Harlem. We also spoke to Dr. Drew Ramsey, and he's one of the thousands of people who have decided to volunteer their services. He's a psychiatrist here, and the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, put a call out saying, if you are a mental health care worker, can you please offer your services for free to New York residents? And he's one of the people who answered the call. So in this series, we're effectively trying to hear from you. We want to know about people that you've seen, heard of, read about, who are making a difference in your community. And earlier this week, we were reporting live from Michigan, and there in Michigan, they've been pretty hard hit, especially the governor is concerned that they could be behind some of those. So I want to introduce you to this next person who is in Michigan, making a difference in a way that she knows how and using her skills. Rachna, can you hear me? This is Morgan. Can you see us live?
Hi, how are you?
Hi there, good morning. And Rachna, I was just introducing everyone to you and explaining what you're doing. You are a bridal designer, and now you've used your skills, relying on skills in the past from sewing to make these masks. Explain what you're doing with the masks and where you're distributing them.
We are distributing a lot of places, hospitals, nursing homes, community, friends, family, workers, like grocery shops and all that, whoever needs it. And this mission just started when the COVID-19 entered US and everything was locked down. I was kind of depressed for 3 days, what to do. My life kind of stopped. So I saw this need in the community and thought of putting my sewing and designing skills in sewing masks. Since I don't have a bigger team, so I'm kind of slow with the process, but my industrial machines are locked at the store, so I'm working on my home sewing machine. But so far, we have sewn about more than 500 masks.
500 masks just from your personal sewing machine?
Yes, yeah, I'm my home sewing machine with my seamstress over here, and volunteers do porch pick up and drop off of cutting and sewing.
That's incredible. Can you show us your setup? Can you kind of show us what's behind you and some of the masks you've been making?
Yes, sure. This is one of the COVID masks with the ties because the whole world is out of elastic now. So I couldn't get it. So I converted it to ties. And this is 2 layers of cotton with the 1 layer of water resistant interfacing in it. Then this one is with the nose wire. So it kind of hugs your nose. And then this is a filter pocket. You can put your filter in it. This one is with elastic. So there's different varieties I have done. This one has a sewn layer, 2 layers, 3 layers to it. Again, with the elastic, if I can find some elastic, looking for donations. And then there was a need of scrub hats.
Wow, look at that scrub hat, and it's a fancy one. That is really nice. And you made that there in your home?
Yeah, I just kind of tweaked this late night yesterday around 2 a.m. So it's going to UFM.
So how are people signing up to receive these products? Are they kind of reaching out to you online? Are you going to the hospital and delivering them? How are they actually getting delivered to the people who need them?
The main thing is I'm connected to a lot of Facebook groups, COVID-19. One of them is Mask Crafter, sorry.
Yeah.
And, so these people, they are volunteering their services and everything. They reach out to me, hey, I need this many for this place, and this is the specification. So we kind of cater them according to their needs.
So you are customizing these for the healthcare workers who need them. And just for the people who are just tuning in, we're speaking to Rachna, and she's there in Michigan, which has been extremely hard hit, especially after the coastal states like New York. But what's interesting is that the CDC heretofore has not released guidelines saying that people need to wear masks in public. But on today's show, we just heard the Surgeon General say this week that those guidelines may be amended, that perhaps there will come a time when people need to wear masks in the streets as they're moving out and about. And what you're doing is you're creating these masks for people who need them, but it's also allowing that finite supply of N95 masks to be used by the doctors who are there on the front lines. So Rachna, explain to me, this has not been a sole effort. I mean, you've talked to us about the fact that people in your community are pitching in. How are they helping?
There's a fundraiser going on my personal Facebook page, Rachna Chandra, and it has almost collected, I believe this morning I looked at it, about $4,000. So that's how I'm buying my supplies. Community has been very helpful. Everybody wants to volunteer for cutting. Not a lot of people know sewing, but who does know? I do have about 5 volunteers sewing out of their homes.
Wow.
So they take and pick stuff from porch, and we are doing great so far. This is like, let me show you a little bit. This is all my first step sewn material ready to be put the ties or elastic on. Here's a little set of my cutting table. I kind of converted my whole basement into my—
Wow, that's an incredible setup.
Somebody
donated all the materials you're using there on the right?
Yeah, these are all the materials. Somebody donated me elastic, so this is like diamond nowadays.
And so, Rachna, for people who are interested in donating things like elastic so that they can help you help the community, where can they find you?
They can find me on my website, tajcottage.com, or on my Insta, Taj Cottage Novi. Just ping me. Any help would be appreciated, financially, materials, elastic, supplies, anything.
And Rasha, what I have to say I find so interesting about your story is that when we put a call out a couple of weeks ago, we asked people, hey, we really want to come to your communities. We want to come to where you are and find people who are making a difference despite all this uncertainty and discomfort. And you were one of the first people that was passed along. Someone else, hit me up in my DMs and told me about what you were doing. And what I find fascinating is that you're using skills that you had previously to make a difference when, the country needs you. What was your life like before this? I mean, you were designing, you were doing the mock-ups and things like that, right?
I was doing the maca. You're so right. I'm into fashion. So everything is glam. Everything is glittery. I just did Michigan Fashion Week with Lauren Hicks. Praveen Sitaram, I think, pinged you from Channel 7 about my work. What am I doing? And I've been sewing since a kid. So I have great sewing skills. I've been teaching industrial sewing class at Henry Ford College also in Michigan. So my skill really came in handy. This is the machine I'm using, my home sewing machine.
Okay.
I've never sewn in my life this much. Then here's a little setup of the material which needs to be going to the machine. We try to assembly line and try to speed up. And then here's my seamstress. She's working really hard day and night. Say hi.
Thank you so much for everything you're doing to help. We really appreciate, wow, the hours you're putting into this.
Yeah, here's my little material station. Most of the material is bought by my own funds. That's why I have a fundraiser. And some are being donated as well.
For the actual cloth that you can make these masks from.
Yes, these are all mask fabric, 100% cotton, and everything is brand new. So it's pre-washed, everything taken care hygienically, sanitized before they're delivered. And again, we are customizing them again to the need of the people.
To the specifications of the doctors, the healthcare workers who need it. Rachna, I have to ask before we go, you are a hero among us. You are just one of the many Americans who are answering the call to help fight this virus. What would you say to other people who are sitting at home wondering how they can help, how they can use their skills to make a difference?
Anybody can cut, right? Pick up a scissor and cut it for me. It helps. It does help. People, you don't have to be a real seamstress. You don't have to be a designer. As long as you can sew a straight line on a home sewing machine, I'm good. Help me with that.
That's pretty incredible what you've been able to do, even just right there in your basement. So thank you. Thanks. We know your kids are there helping you with the Instagram and with the sewing. So thank you to your seamstress behind you. We thank you for everything that you're doing. And guys, make sure you check out Rachna. We will put her information up there. It's in Instagram there if you go look at the post. And if you know of anyone else in your community who's making a difference, please do message me at Morgan K. Radford here on Instagram or at Morgan Radford on Twitter. And we want to come to where you are. We want to do a live session and we want to find out how you're helping. Rachna, thank you so much for being with us. We are so excited by the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Morgan. Nice
Have
talking
a
to you.
wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.